Hi there. So today I'm going to show you how to make a new kind of healthy, well, somewhat healthy breakfast egg sandwich using egg whites, spinach, and Portuguese sausage flavored Spam. And cheese. And I'm sorry I can't get my face in along with the food for the whole demo, but you'll get the picture. So we've sauteed our spinach, as you can see, nicely sauteed. And this spinach is going to be a part of kind of like a mini egg white omelet. And what I'm going to do, I'm trying to brown the Spam that I'm going to use as part of the sandwich in this other pan, but this is the pan I want to use to make the omelet because it's the same size as the bread I'm going to use, which is actually only 40 or 50 calories and has like 5 grams of fiber in it. So you'll see that in a second. So I'm going to move that to the front griddle here. And I'm going to add some olive oil. Just a smidgen. Because number one, olive oil is healthy for you. And it's a nice lubricant to slide the omelet out of the pan when you're done. This one I happen to get from Costco, I believe. It's a little pricier, but it's extra virgin. I don't know how you can be more than just a virgin, but gotta be better, right? Okay. Alright, so we got the oil heating up in our little cute omelet pan. We got a Portuguese sausage flavored Spam. And we have this nice round, soft pita with tons of fiber. That's just about the right size for this pan. Alrighty. So the first thing we're gonna do, we are going to move the the spinach into the omelet pan because we want to cook that in, we want to cook that in with our omelet. So we got that in there, it's nice and hot, it's ready for the egg whites. And the egg whites add a ton of protein, no fat. Which is very healthy for you. We eliminate the egg whites, and by using this, it keeps a lot longer. And this particular brand has no preservatives, so it's just egg whites. And it's amazing how long these will last. They'll last a couple months in the refrigerator. Now, I also like to use some avocado, but I'm kind of out of avocado at the moment, so we're not going to be adding that this time around. But we will have tomatoes, we will have cheese, and sometimes I like to put a little dollop of salsa. And again, I try to use the organic salsa, the Costco brand, otherwise known as Kirkland. Yeah, it's organic. That means it came from the Oregon. Yeah. Okay, so we see our egg trying to cook in the pan, and I'm going to give it a little bit of help here. I'm going to push the outsides in. Egg whites were kind of cold because they're in the fridge, so they're taking a little bit longer to solidify. And it can be daunting working with a tiny little pan like we have in this one, because it's hard to get the spatula in there. So me personally, that's why I like to find a spatula that has a small end and a large end. Now, before the egg whites are done, what I like to do is stick the bread, this pita bread, I like to stick it right there and let the juices of the egg white and the spinach kind of soak into it. And what this does is it adheres, it soaks in, it starts to cook and solidify, and it adheres to the bread. So basically we're making kind of like a tostada, a soft tostada, if it were, omelet. Okay, and we're just going to let that sit there for another minute or so before we flip it. Meanwhile, our Spam has been nicely browning over here. That's gonna add some nice flavor. Turn the heat down there on that pan before the magic happens. Now let me tell you what I'm about to do. In case it doesn't work out, you'll at least know what I was trying to do. What I'm going to do is I am going to flip out this omelet from the little pan. And the little pan, what it's done is it's helped to hold the shape of our omelet. What I want to do is I want to loosen the edges, and then I'm going to flip it into the bigger pan. And then let the bottom of the egg yolks cooked. Something like that. See? I have a beautiful looking omelet, nicely done. Now I'm going to add the Spam, which is hot, and then I'm going to top it off. Actually, no, I'm going to put the cheese first so that you can see it under the Spam, and so it will melt under the heat of the Spam. What I'll also do at this time is I'm going to add the tomatoes. Just a little bit of health. And lutein. Now, lutein is a vitamin that is deficient in a lot of grown men. And I don't know what it's for, but I do know that it's healthy because it's marketed as such. We'll let the cheese just sort of melt a bit, and the bottom of the egg where it met the bread, we're going to let that solidify. While that's happening, I'm going to spoon so I can spoon out the salsa when it's done. And you can see the omelet, beautiful shape. It looks like a pizza, like a mini personal pan pizza, but it's a healthy egg white omelet with spinach and a healthy dose of vegetables, which bring much needed vitamins to our balanced daily diet. Now you can top this off with chopped parsley, green onions, sliced thin, anything to give that little extra zing that you like. Chop up kimchi, that's always fun. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of sriracha sauce, like so. Or rooster sauce, as they call it in some places. Or what I learned from my family is oyster sauce, or the Chinese word for that is hao yao. You know, like the Southern say, how y'all doing? So hao and yao. All right, and don't worry about writing any of this down because I am going to be sending you the recipe when this is done. Not the recipe, I'll be sending you the video, which in essence is the recipe. Now that's looking pretty good, and I think the bottom of our toast is pretty much done. So basically all I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to plate it. And to plate it, we're just going to slide it right off that pan and onto the plate. And oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Garnish it with a sprig of parsley, chopped cilantro, chopped green onion, whatever you prefer. Personally, I like to take a little dollop of salsa because it's low-cal. You buy the organic brand at Costco and you'll find that it's very low in sodium as well. Sodium is also something we want to try to cut back on because it tends to make the body retain water, and that never looks good. If you've got a pair of Spanx sitting around, maybe this isn't so important for you, but for someone like me who's on the edge of obesity, it's a good thing. So, there is our finished product. Our round, open-faced omelet.